the difference between the two accessible states, we took it as delta E and delta star E star. So that led to this relation, that is S star is equal to S. That is, if it is a quasi-static process, so what happens if the energy difference is very small? So as I have depicted here, you can see here this equal to this. So that will lead to finally this relation, that is change in entropy is almost a constant, that is entropy of one system which is in thermal contact with another system, so their entropies are equal. So S star is equal to S. Okay, so I left at this. So here you can, I made a remark, you can see here the value of entropy is independent of interval delta E chosen for subdivision of the energy scale. So whatever may be the difference, so this is only for small difference we tried. Okay, so whatever may be the difference, let us say this and this level, first and last level. So if you calculate, or first and the fourth level, third level, second level, you go on calculating, it is always found that the entropy of one system is equal to entropy of another system. But what is the condition? The two systems are in thermal contact with each other, but individually they are in contact, but they are isolated from the outside system, outside the atmosphere. Okay, so that led to this final decision. So today I am going to a new topic, that is heat reservoir. Okay, so almost we are coming to end of your syllabus. So you can see here I made a small this one diagram, so that gives you the definition of heat reservoir. Okay, so what is a heat reservoir? So the same system we have considered compared to the last sessions I have covered. So you can see here thermal isolation is shown by this black line, and there are two systems here. So one is very large and another is very small. Okay, but you can see they are in thermal contact with each other. There one is A dash, another is A. So A dash is receiving an amount of heat Q dash from A, and temperature of A dash I have taken it as T dash, and temperature of this is T. So this is small compared to this, it is comparative. Okay, so if this is the case, so what happens? So we call the larger system, we can call it as a heat reservoir. Hello. Okay, so the larger system is called as a heat reservoir. So smaller one is the one which cannot exchange heat. Of course, it can lose heat, little amount of heat compared to the larger one. But here you see what is the condition is that the temperature of this is so high that whatever amount of heat it gives to small system or takes from the small system, the change in the heat content of the system is almost zero. That is Q dash always almost remains constant and T dash almost remains constant. You see here T dash is constant and T is a variable. So because this is very small, variations we can see, this is very large, so variation cannot be seen. So it is similar to taking a tumbler of water from sea. If you take one tumbler of water from sea, it makes no difference to sea. Okay, but the amount of water which is there in the tumbler, it makes the difference. Okay, similar to that, whatever may be the amount of heat you are taking from the small system, the whole heat content of the system remains constant. Okay, so that's why we call this as a heat reservoir. Fine. So you see here the area of VA dash I have shown, this is area, sorry, volume, and this is VA, it is large compared to this. So this is the definition of heat reservoir. Okay, so earlier you have studied the Carnot cycle. So there you used to keep the cylinder over the source, but here this is your working media and this is the source for you. So the heat content itself will make it a heat reservoir. It's very large. Okay, it can give or it can take. Okay, whereas this cannot, this will lose very small amount. It makes no difference. Okay, so that is why the larger one we call it as a heat reservoir. Okay, and also it is called as heat bath. Fine. So with this definition, I am going to the next slide. So what is the condition for the heat reservoir? Okay. So beta we have defined in the last class. What is beta? 1 divided by kT. So K is the Boltzmann constant. T is the temperature of the system. So if it is A dash, then this will be beta dash. If it is A, then it will be beta. Okay. So Q dash is the amount of heat received by the heat reservoir from system A. Okay. So the condition for heat reservoir is defined mathematically in this way. That is variation of beta dash with respect to E dash. What is E dash? Energy of the system A dash. Okay, which is there on the left hand side. Again I'll bring here. So you can see here this is A dash, this is A. Okay, beta dash is for this. Q dash is for this. Okay, so if you take this ratio multiplied by Q dash, so always this condition should be valid for the system has to act as a heat reservoir. Okay, so this quotient, of course it's the absolute value, it should be much less than beta dash. So beta dash is 1 divided by KT dash. Okay, that is inversely proportional to 1 by T dash. Okay, so T dash is very large, then beta dash will become very small. Okay, so that condition, this whole quotient has to satisfy. And one more condition is that with respect to average energy, if you take the average energy of which system? A dash. This E dash is the average energy of both the systems, whereas E bar dash is the average energy of A dash system. So if you take the ratio should be always less than 1. Okay. So then the definition of heat reservoir is valid. Okay. So with that now, so where we are? So we are at the definition of the macroscopic system A dash, so which is acting as the heat reservoir. So you can see here the definition says that omega dash E dash are the accessible states, okay, of the system A dash, and absorbed heat is what? It is Q dash. So Q dash is nothing but it is delta E bar dash. Then the change in accessible states, that is logarithmic change, can be expressed in terms of Taylor series. So if this condition is satisfied, so when Taylor series is utilized, when the difference is very very small, I will show you the difference. So difference of the ln of the left hand side accessible state and the smaller system, if you take the difference, that difference can be expressed in terms of logarithmic series, or it is also called as Taylor series. Okay, so I'll show you next slide. It will be more clear to you. So you can see here. So this is the accessible states for A dash system. Okay, but it has absorbed already Q dash amount of heat from A. Okay, so this is the state of system A dash after absorption of heat. So that you take difference with respect to its original state. What is its original state? There is ground state. It is ln omega dash E dash. Okay, earlier it was in this state. So after absorbing Q dash, the accessible states has changed to omega dash, which is function of E dash plus Q dash. Earlier it was in state E dash. It has absorbed Q dash. So its state has changed to E dash plus Q dash. So you take difference of this with respect to this. So this change is very small. You already defined it earlier only. So that's why I am expressing this in terms of Taylor series. So what is the Taylor series? So it is differential of ln of omega dash with respect to E dash, that is the first factor. So the difference of this and this, ln of that times q dash. So q dash makes the difference here. So that is the variable here. That is the first factor. Then second factor of Taylor series is half of this thing squared. You see here, dou square is coming here. E dash square, of course, dou E dash square. Okay, everything remains same, but what you will do, you will go on increasing the power. So q dash has changed to q dash square. Okay, and plus, so on, it continues. Okay, so now here, earlier classes I have defined beta dash or beta. So you can go back to your notes, you will get this in definition. So beta is defined as differential of accessible state with respect to energy. That is the definition of beta or beta dash. So I am taking here beta dash is equal to differential of omega dash with respect to E dash. Okay. So if you put that definition here, this simplifies to this whole quotient is beta dash, and see here, and q dash is coming as it is, plus half of this whole factor. You can see here, one differential I have put it as beta dash, one more differential I am keeping it as it is. You can see here, this is coming as dou by dou E dash beta dash into this factor q dash square, plus and plus, so on, it is continuing. Okay, so now I will come to the basic definition of the system A dash. Okay, so as A dash acts as a heat reservoir, beta dash do not vary much. So what is beta dash? So beta dash is 1 divided by kt dash. Okay, so T dash is constant, so almost constant it is. So as a result, 1 by kt will almost, it will remain constant. So 1 by kt dash is nothing but it is beta dash. So beta dash is constant because T dash is almost constant, it is not varying. Okay. So with that definition now, I can define this whole equation as, you see, left hand side is ln of omega dash bracket E dash plus q dash I have kept as it is, minus ln of omega dash E dash. Okay, this is equal to, you see here, this whole factor I am neglecting. Why I am neglecting? Beta is almost constant. So take differential of beta with respect to E, it is 0. Okay, that means all the factors coming after first factor, they are equal to 0 because beta dash is constant. So I am truncating all those things. Only I am using the first term. So first term is beta dash q dash. So that is equal to q dash I have kept as it is, beta dash is 1 divided by kt dash. Okay. So finally, where I am left, I will take this k this side. Okay, it is in the denominator. So you see here, left hand side, I have multiplied it by k. Okay, so right hand side, it is q dash divided by t dash. And you go back to your definition of entropy. So how entropy is defined? So I think it has been given in unit 2 or unit 3. So it is defined as k ln of omega, that is entropy. Okay, so now you see here, this is k times this first factor. Of course, it is A dash, system A dash in an excited state, E dash plus Q dash. This is the ground state. Okay, so I am taking difference of the ground state entropy with respect to excited state entropy. Okay, so as a result, this will give you change in entropy of the system when it absorbs Q dash amount of heat. So of which system? A dash. Okay, so that is why I can write this as delta S dash. So what is delta S dash? It is the change in entropy of the system when it absorbs Q dash amount of heat. So left hand side is delta S dash. Fine. So this is equal to Q dash divided by T dash for heat reservoir A dash. Okay. So is this derivation clear to you? I will go to the next slide. So you can see here, I can write similar relation holds good for any system which is at an absolute temperature T. So here I wrote it for T dash. 1 minute, I'll come back. So you can see here I have written for earlier I wrote this equation for which system A dash. Fine. So now you can see I am repeating the same equation for system A, that is the smaller system. Okay. So finally I will be ended with the equation ln of omega. This is for system A. So it has absorbed instead of Q I am writing in general I am writing it as dq. So dq is the small amount of heat absorbed by the system. Okay. So in general this equation what I have written here in general I am writing. So for a small change in heat energy. So you can see here instead of Q dq is coming here and E as it is the ground state value. Okay. So this whole thing is nothing but it is change of accessible states with respect to energy E into dq, very small change in energy, which is nothing but, so coming to the earlier definition, this is q dash beta dash this is. Okay. So that's why this equation in general it comes out to be this value beta times instead of q dash I am writing here dq because the energy change is, I mean heat absorbed is dq. So instead of q I am writing it as dq here. Okay. So you can see here beta is 1 by T. Okay. So that's why this is ds. Just now I discussed it. It is ds. Okay. So left hand side is ds. You can see this is dq and beta is 1 by kt. It is k I have taken here inside this. Okay. So as a result, this equation changes to ds equal to dq by t. Or in general, so this is for a large change. So if the change is very large, so I will write it as delta S. Okay. So if the change is very small, I can write it as ds. That's the only difference. So here I wrote it as q, but here I am writing it as dq. Okay. Change is very small. So in general, if the system is acting as a heat reservoir, the exchange of heat energy with respect to a smaller energy, which is smaller system which is losing energy, the exchange of energy can be expressed in terms of the entropy of the system. If the change in energy is very small, I can write it as a differential change of entropy. If the change in energy is very large means comparatively large, it is not very large. So at that time, I can write the difference as delta S dash. So delta S dash is equal to Q dash divided by T dash. So you can also write this for a smaller change, limit of delta S dash with T dash tending to 0. You can use mathematical definition of that. So that is the definition of ds. So limit of this one delta S dash with T dash tending to 0. Almost 0 means it is not 0. It is tending to 0. That means it is becoming very small. Okay. If that is the case, then the delta notation will change to ds. That is mathematical definition of ds. So you can skip all these things. Directly you can write this starting from this one. Apply limit here and directly you can write the last step. Okay. So this is about the heat reservoir, then exchange of heat energy with respect to a system which is losing or gaining energy. You can see here these are the two systems. One is a larger system and another is a smaller system, A dash and A. Okay. So A dash is it is a supplier of heat energy. Okay, why it is called supplier? Because the heat content of A dash is so large that whatever amount of heat energy it loses or gains, it makes no difference to this. Okay, so that is why we say that temperature of heat reservoir is constant. So that is the characteristic of a heat reservoir. Okay, so temperature is constant, but it doesn't mean that it won't lose energy or gain energy. The losing will also be there, gaining will also be there, but temperature variation is so small that it always remains constant. That is the meaning of heat reservoir. Okay, so this is about today's topic, that is heat reservoir and definition of entropy. Okay, so this comes as one full question. Okay, so you have to explain the characteristic of the system and you should give definition of heat reservoir. Okay, so after that you have to define entropy and you have to give this condition. This condition is very very important, so you can see here. So this condition, if you don't state, then you won't get marks. Okay, so from that you will be coming to macroscopic system. Why I am calling this as macroscopic system? Compared to this is large, macro, this is micro. Okay, but compared to the whole ensemble, this is a small system. So whole system can be called as a macroscopic system. Okay, this is macro, this is micro comparatively. Okay, so then you have to define the accessible state and you should give definition of q dash. Okay, and you should tell why you are expressing it in terms of Taylor series. So why? Because the change in the accessible state, logarithmic change in the accessible state is very very small. So if that is the case, so you see here I have not taken the difference of A dash and A. The difference is with respect to the same system, that is A dash, but it is existing in two energy states. So one is the state E dash plus Q dash, another is the ground state. Okay, so with respect to ground state, what is the change? That is expressed in terms of Taylor series. So Taylor series condition is that the difference should be very very small, the left hand side. Okay, so that is why I have truncated all other terms after first term, because t dash is constant. So t dash is constant means beta dash is constant. Okay, so if you take difference of beta dash, it's a constant with respect to any variable, it is 0. So I have truncated all the terms coming after first term. So first term we don't have any differential coefficient. Okay, so now you can see this leads to this value q dash and t dash. So finally left hand side, by definition it is the definition of entropy. Okay, how entropy is defined? It is k ln omega in general. Okay, so it is A dash, system A dash. So I am writing it as omega dash. This is excited part, this is the ground state part. Okay, so that's why this is the difference, delta S dash. Okay, so you can take limit of this as t dash tending to 0 or q dash is becoming very very small. Okay, if that is the case, then it leads to small change in entropy, that is ds. Okay, or you can write these conditions also, that also leads to this value. Okay, so this is about one full question, that is what's the heat reservoir, give the characteristic of heat reservoir. Okay, and give the related theory. So this completes one full question.